hi Jamie, thanks so much for inviting us to Dagenham Redbridge Football Club. We're really pleased to meet you, it's great to see you here. Can you tell us a bit about your role at the moment and how long you've been here?
Well, I've been at Dagenham for, started on the 2nd of January, so it's just over a year. I've come in as a head groundsman, that's the main role here. And yeah, I maintain the stadium pitch here. Been doing it, with the basic equipment that you've got out there really to like certain clubs, but we recently took a guy on, so I've got an apprentice with us as well.
Fantastic.
He started in July, but he does 2 days here and then 2 days at the training ground, so yeah.
And what's your background? I think you spoke about before at the beginning you were in greenkeeping and you moved across.
Well, when I was I left school at 15, I think I'd done my last exam on a Thursday, and then I literally got straight into a greenkeeping job on the Monday. My first ever job really was working at Upchurch Golf Club, and that's where I worked, and then built on to did an apprentice. Well, come as an apprentice greenkeeper there. Went to do the MVQ level 2, but it all sort of didn't go through really. Then went into Mid Kent Golf Club, which is based in Gravesend, and then mainly from after that for a few years went to Bearsted Golf Club, and that's where I've done a lot of my got to learn a lot of stuff mainly with my course, which I've done, and obviously that's helped me to
so
get
they put you through, what was
my
the
MVQ level 2 in sports tour.
Oh, fantastic.
So I got to do that. That's about 6 years ago. So that's something I wanted to do. The only thing I never got the chance to do was I never got to do my spraying. So I've just got my basic MVQ. And then I went to Windsor would be the thing I started, and that's where you obviously go to see greenkeeper, go and see loads of machinery, tools, new fertiliser and whatever you can sort of to improve your. At the time was golf, I suppose.
Was that at the Saltex?
That was at Saltex, but it was at Windsor. And then the stage I was working with a guy at the golf club as well, Martin, and he said, well, he used to do match days at QPR and that, and I thought, well, I wouldn't mind doing that, because obviously when you're at school, a lot of guys like football and I suppose, then that, I don't know, I wanted to become a groundsman really. Obviously got to do it. Well, then it come along, I spoke to a head groundsman called Dougie Robertson at West Ham. He said to come along and do match days, and it sort of worked from there really.
So did you start volunteering at the match days?
There was a lot of volunteering. I did it there, Millwall, 2 or 3 times at Barnet, and probably about a handful of times at Gillingham as well.
Excellent.
I just kept sending out my CVs sending out my CVs to everybody. I'm phoning them up and trying to do anything to get into it really.
So is it difficult to make that transition?
It's quite hard to change really, but in the end, once you get that first step and get into it, Fulham gave us that opportunity, and I suppose I've never turned back really.
So to a young guy who's just coming in, just left school, what would your advice be to him or her?
Oh, bloody hell.
Like you said, get out there, lots,
I suppose you
get
just
some
got to
experience.
If you get the opportunity to do a lot of volunteering, that's how I got into it. If you can phone around, or I suppose this time it's probably looking on social media and things like that, email, and just try and get yourself out there really, and try and do. That's how I work really. I just sort of try to do stuff for nothing. That's what I got told. You do bits for nothing, eventually it pays off, and you get to that opportunity to become to be opportunity to work at a lower league club, but in a higher role.
And along the way, any key people that have kind of given you good advice that you've taken with you, some people that you were sort of influenced you, people you admire that you've met?
I suppose there's 2 guys at Fulham that really helped me out. There's Richard, maybe 3 actually. There's Richard Haynes that helped me out a lot. He was the head groundsman at the training ground. There was another guy called Rory Ferguson, who was his deputy. I suppose I learned a lot from him, and mainly Craig Bolton was another guy I got to learn a lot of stuff really. He worked at the time at Fulham at Craven Cottage, so getting to do match days there and that, it was a great experience really, you know.
Yeah.
At the time it was people that work for Fulham, you got paid for it, but it was something, but there was a lot of volunteers there from cricket and whatever really, and it was good. It was good to get to know a lot of other people, and I have to thank really, Richard and Greg really are the main people, and Rory, and they've helped me out a lot really. There is another guy, I suppose, when I was at Bearston, was Gary Williams. He helps a lot. He gave us that chance to do my MVQ, so I have to thank him a lot really.
Yeah, it's important. And so here we are, we're just looking at the pitch now at Dagenham. What was it like when you arrived? So you arrived here January 2nd last year.
Yeah, it was my first game against it was Dagenham versus Braintree. It was I suppose it was an Essex derby. But yeah, it was my first ever job was at the time was the head grounds at the time was Asa Perry, who come from it was at West Ham now. He told me to get out there and roll it, but we had to get the frost sheets out. They were all covered on this side.
Difficult time of year to
It's quite hard
start.
to trick when you've got lack of people. He never had any people that helped him out. So when I come in and helped out, it was I suppose it's a breath of fresh air really, making that easier for him to work on. But I literally rolled the pitch. We got the sheets out, but obviously from the Monday morning, it was the pitch was in such a bad state. It was yellow. We had Jafer grubs and leather jacket problems inside the 18 and 6-yard areas. The warm-up areas were battered. Goalkeeping areas.
Yeah, you're saying about that crow damage?
Yeah,
is that where it yellowed? Or?
It seemed to attack it. It was just inside in them two areas. But it was 4 areas. It was there. It was like 4. Yeah, it was like either side of the 18-yard. It was. But I got told before I come here, West Ham. There's a guy called Dougie Robertson that come in and re-turfed these areas, but this end was when I come in was my challenge. It was, I was just trying. All I got told was to cover it up with a sheet. It stopped them attacking it. We had a bird called a kite, which is it's obviously scares crows away. And then I just actually had a few like poles with black bags and a rope and just tied that and tried to scare them off. Really, it did work, but. Yeah, not all the time. But
and that'll be a constant challenge?
That's a constant issue because they've taken that, there's a chemical, I don't know if there's anything out there now, but there was a chemical that they took off the market last year, and it's the same with worms they took off this year, I think it's end of August, beginning of September, so I think we're not allowed to spray anymore. There probably will be something that will come along, but
But you're pleased with, obviously they're playing really well. They scored a goal in the first half. They're loving the pitch. And you had, and well done on your nomination from IOG. And can you tell us a bit about that nomination?
It was a bit out of the blue, really. I got an email from IOG about, you could put your name in to nominate. So I assumed it's somebody from the club that put me into it. I filled in the forms and got all of that sorted out, and I was quite shocked. IOG, I have to thank them as well because they actually helped me with a few of the questions. So I have to give them a bit of credit as well. It was to get nominated. It's unbelievable, really, from only being here from just over a year. It's a good achievement, I suppose, really.